Welcome to the Pixelberry Choices podcast, and today we're going to be talking about Chapter 4 of Mismatch. In this chapter, we finally see the outcome of the competition where we need to find a match for Molly, and we have got one shy Isabel who we think is going to be the perfect match for Molly, and Isabel is shy, but our biggest rival competition, aka our love interest Jack or Jacqueline, they have brought their 5 matches. So we're worried how our match is going to stand up against them, but we do some pep talking to Isabel, and she gets cheered up and she is willing to take this opportunity, which is once in a lifetime, and go there and just enjoy this group date. We go to the yacht. We see in the yacht that our love interest is dressed up for this occasion, so that was something really special. That most choices books, they make the main character change their clothes and charge diamonds, but the love interest, they don't change the clothes. So finally to see a love interest changing of clothes, in TNA there was this thing too, but in this book we're also seeing this. So this was pretty amazing to see them in a different outfit. And then we see their matches are quite getting along well. They're talking about motorcycles and stuff. And Isabel was a bit shy, but we nudged them to go and introduce herself. Also, Maggie will tell us to buy a new outfit that would definitely impress Veronica and that will match with the venue in this yacht and will up our game. And then we meet Jacqueline or Jack, and then Deborah comes in with her toxicity, and her match is not toxic in and of itself, but she was kind of being told to be toxic by Deborah. But we see if you took the dimension in the last chapter and stood up against Deborah's two lackeys, Casey and the other one, they will stand up for you. And then when that problem will be solved, you will get to do some little matchmaking again using your bartending skills. You'll propose a game in this dimension. If you choose this game, you will play this drinking game, which is an icebreaker game. So you'll get to know everyone. You are going to choose a person. You're going to assume some random things about them, and if it's true, you won't have to drink, and if it's wrong, you'll have to drink. So we see how this goes, and Isabel and Molly, they get to know each other. You can ask them some questions. Specifically, you start by asking a question to Isabel. That will flare up some interest in Molly. And we will see at the end of that round that Molly has taken more interest in Isabel. And then we will sneak away from that place for a second with our love interest, and they will know a secluded place where we can just talk away from prying eyes. So when we sneak away there with our love interest, we talk, and we also can have a steamy scene with them inside the captain's cabin or the captain's room. And then after the hookup that we can have there, we will see the captain is trying to come in, so we'll have to end things there. But with the promise that we can go to our love interest room next and complete this. But when we will come out of that, which was pretty interesting, because the captain was outside and looking for a spare key, so how the heck did we come out unnoticed? That was not in the description. But anyway, we heard screams, shrieks, like something is a mess on board. So we run to the main place where the whole party was in swing and the group date was in swing and people were enjoying. And you see everyone is vomiting overboard, and we see Molly's also vomiting. Only Deborah's match is not, but she's about to drink some alcohol. And everybody else has drunk alcohol from that specific bottle that has caused this. Our intuition told us. And then when Deborah's match is about to drink that, we tell her that not to drink that because it's probably the reason of this food poisoning or whatever that's happening to them. And then we look for Deborah. So we will have some options like who we blame. So I blamed Deborah because I don't think there was the other options included Jacqueline or Jack. That's definitely not in case because they had an alibi and that was our main character. Then Deborah's assistant. I don't think they're capable of doing that. So He was most likely Deborah. So we run to the washrooms, and then we get to Deborah's stall, and we literally break in. Deborah was protesting. Our love interest also comes in, but we see that they're trying to flash the poison in the toilet, and then our love interest hated it, but they still, with their hand from the toilet, they pick it up and they read the label. So after reading the label, it was clear that it was a poison. So that was pretty interesting. And also the music and the scene, the conversation that happens afterwards, it made me feel like I was reading Queen Bee again, because the drama, like Poppy and the stuff. So it was an interesting touch there. And then Veronica comes in and catches Deborah red-handed, and she gets disqualified now. So our biggest threat and one of the toxic people in the house, they're gone now. So which I really liked, because Vince and Poppy like people who have met them. So if Deborah was going to be the main villain and doing her shenanigans and cheap tricks, pulling her cheap tricks again and again, that would have gotten a bit boring, to be honest. So I'm good. I'm glad after one or two dramas she flared up. She's kissing this whole scene goodbye. And then we go out, we see Isabel is embarrassed, and the reason of her embarrassment is that she was the first to puke, and she puked in on her match, that is Molly's shoes. So she's not sure how to go about it. We can talk some confidence into her, and then Molly will come and sit by her, and they will talk. So we'll have a positive vibe about it. Veronica is definitely worried that all the matches are going to sue her or the company to Skodat, but finally she asks Molly if there is a person or there is a match Molly would like to go on a second date with, and Molly says yes, and it was our match. So we definitely won this round, and Veronica's impressed by us, so is our love interest. But in the next part we see we'll have to work in groups, in pairs, not just group, in pairs, and we are paired up with our love interest, and also our task is to match the unmatchable client who has been in that two's code out for a long time, but it's really hard to find them a match. So this is gonna be interesting. We are paired up with our love interest, and literally we fight every time, but also we have a dynamic that we can't keep our hands away from each other, but we can't show this to this workplace, because this is a competition to find the best matchmaker and the CEO, the next CEO, and whoever wins this will be the one. And dating your coworker is not a valid thing here. You can get kicked out of this race. So we will have to control our emotions while working together, but also our task is really tough, which is to find a match for the unmatchable. This is going to be interesting in the next chapter. Let me know in the comments your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, peace out.